welcome back to Parking Lot Chats with Lauren
and Bo.
So, I have the lineup for the Eat to the Beat concert series at Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival. I'm just going to jump right in.
When does that start?
That's a very good question.
Okay.
End of August. So the concert starts August 29th, and I want to say Food and Wine. It's so, different this year because it usually is, we'll take that one. Food and Wine Festival 2024. Yep. August 29th, so it is. It's August 29th through November 23rd. And some of our highlights, Bo's gonna like some of these. Alright, so first is Finesse. The Fray.
What is the Finesse?
I don't know Finesse. The
What is
Fray. Sugar Ray. That'll be a fun one.
That'll be fun.
Hooba Stank. So you can tell that we're old because the bands of our high school years are all going to be
Yes. I have a fun Hooba Stank story?
Yeah, do it. Let's go. There we go. See, I knew we were going to.
Who was I? You weren't with us? I guess not.
I guess
we
not.
Were in we were in Orlando. I guess I don't remember who I was with. And it was at when the Planet Hollywood, remember? They used to do concerts. Maybe it was the Hard Rock.
House of Blues in Disney Springs. I know I went to see T.I. there.
Maybe it was House of Blues. It was somewhere in Disney Springs that they used to do.
I've seen T.I. at House of Blues in Disney Springs.
So maybe it was the House of Blues and Hooba Stank was there. And there's this. Why do I always get myself in situations where I don't know who I'm talking to? So.
Sounds right.
So the Hooba Stank was there, and there's this tour bus outside of it, and we're
why do I feel like I was there for that?
I feel like you were there.
I feel like I was there.
And we were yelling at the people. We were yelling at the chanting Hooba Stank, Hooba Stank.
Did we go for the show, or were we just at Disney Springs?
I think we didn't go for the show.
Right.
We were just there.
So that's why I was I didn't go to a Hooba Stank show,
No.
but now that you're saying this, I remember being in Disney Springs yelling at a tour bus.
Yes.
In the parking lot.
And we were chanting Hooba Stank, and someone walks out and has a full conversation with us about how they weren't coming out and what about. And then I think it was me, you, and was it Tiffany?
Tiffany, I think it was. Maybe it was when we went up for the Instant concert, and then we did that the next day or something.
Maybe.
I feel like that was it, because we your sister was in college then, and we stayed with her.
Yeah, I bet that's what it was.
And then we probably went to Disney Springs the next day.
Yeah, and so then this guy comes out and he's telling us they're not coming out, blah 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 blah, and then we realized later on that was the lead singer of Hooba Stank.
I do remember that. We were talking to him, and then later on, I think maybe it was Tiffany was that guy's in the band. It was somebody smarter than us.
And he's telling us they ain't coming out, and we need to move along, and literally and then it's fucking him the whole time. But he must have known we were not his
we weren't really fans. We were clearly just left over from the Instant concert. We were clearly left over from the Instant concert.
Teeny boppers.
That's so funny. I do remember that, and that's what's fun about life before the internet. You know what I mean? If it wasn't your specific now, you can look up what everybody looks like. Mm-hmm. You didn't know what all celebrities looked like back then. Okay, so
no.
Completely derailing. Something I forgot about. No, I'm going to derail even further, because that reminds me. Did you see the Kevin Bacon article?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. So, last week, Kevin Bacon has been very famous for a very long time, since the 80s, right? And so he's not Taylor Swift famous to where everyone's going to freak out, but he can do what he wants and no one's going to stop him, right?
Right.
So he decided that he was going to go out in public as a regular person and just see what it was like. And then he did an interview, or I don't know if it was on his social media or interview what, because the whole internet was talking about it.
He was in disguise, right?
Right.
I think I saw the headline, but I didn't read the article.
And he was this is terrible. I hate not being famous. I had to wait in line for a fucking latte. I couldn't get a table. And so the whole internet was that's so relatable. I don't want to wait in line at fucking Starbucks either. Because he's been famous for so long that he just didn't know what it was like to be normal. So he decided to see it, and he was this fucking sucks.
Oh my God.
So then everybody was it's cool that he's honest.
Right.
Right? You know what I mean? That's so real
that's
of him to admit
laugh at it, because he's not being
I wouldn't mind being a regular person.
Right.
Right. He was
he's
fucking
fuck
sucks. Kevin Bacon. That was a good one. We love you, Kevin Bacon, because you are a real one, and we appreciate it. Nobody wants to stand in this fucking line.
No, I just had to stand in line to buy a fucking cup. It's a nice cup,
really cute cup, though.
For 30% off, I got a Florida. That's what I thought of when I read it. Even
That's what I thought, too.
I know it's not Taylor Swift. It's terrible. I'm like a walking poster child
Where'd you get your
right
hat?
now.
I love it.
It's a really amazing website on. Well, actually, I know them from Instagram. Actually, I know them from my sister. They're like a little small shop out of Charlotte called Girl Tribe Co. And they do a lot of like Taylor Swift, Harry Styles merch, like
that's fun. Pop culture merch. Yeah, because that's cute.
And they make it all like it's all their own designs.
And didn't you have like a 4th of July hat that said "So Long London"? That was pretty good too.
No. I did want that shirt, but I never bought it.
You had a hat on.
I had a hat on that said I cry a lot, but I am so productive. And it was red and white.
Maybe that's why I just assumed.
So I wore it for 4th of July, and I got so many comments on that hat, and everyone, I was like, it's a Taylor Swift. I'm like, I really like your hat. Yeah, it's a Taylor Swift lyric. And then I got looks sometimes. But those people weren't my friends.
I bet you did.
This one lady was like, I love your hat. Where did you get it? And I was like, I got it from a little shop online. It's a Taylor Swift lyric. And she was older. She just kind of looked at me, and I was like, well.
She walked away.
You liked it, so you like her, bitch.
Did you see it was like a meme. I think I might have shared the stories, and it was like this woman was like trying to explain Taylor Swift to her grandma, and her grandma was like, in my day, the girls all used to like fall all over Frank Sinatra, and I'm glad that they're doing it for a girl. I was like, I like that. And she was like, they used to fall over Frank Sinatra and Elvis and all these guys. I'm glad they're doing it for a girl.
I do like her little lyric quotes, like lyrical quotes, I guess.
Yeah, she's a lyrical genius. This bitch rhymed Aristotle with Grand Theft Auto. She wins. She fucking wins. She wins. You know what I mean? Who can do that?
I know.
That's pretty fucking cool. Like, that's a wild one. I'm gonna give you that one. She wins. All right, back to Disney. Who was saying Yellow Card, Hooligans, Tiffany. I don't know what half this is. Mercy Me.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
Foreigner's Journey. Sheila E. I know Sheila E. The Wanted. Dean Diaz. Luis Figueroa. I feel like that sounds familiar.
Figueroa. No, I'm just kidding.
Mal Ricky. That's got to be Spanish because the Y definitely means and. Jesse and Joy. Latin Ambition. Aloe Black. Here's your friends. Joey Fatone and friends.
He's so much fun. Can we go to that?
It's October 6th through 7th. So
I have a very busy life in October, but I might not have anything that weekend.
No, the 7th is a Monday because I can't go on a Sunday because I'm blocked out. I can only go Monday through Friday.
Oh, I can go Monday.
Funkified, We the Kings, Switchfoot, Gilly and the Girl, David Archuleta. That sounds familiar, but I don't know who that is.
He's a singer, David Archuleta. Oh, is that the American Idol guy?
I never watched that. My mom liked it, but I never watched that.
I think he's from American Idol.
All I know about American Idol is, what's her name?
Kelly Clarkson?
Yes. Yeah. I was going to say Reba's ex-daughter-in-law. That's how much I watch American Idol.
Yeah.
Billy Ocean, Hayfire. Hanson will be there. Hanson will be there.
Are they good anymore? Like, is that going to be a dumb show?
So I went to SeaWorld, and I think I had Kaylee with me, and it just happened to be, I didn't realize it was like the Hanson day. The amount of people walking into SeaWorld with their Hanson shirts, and they were all lined up at like 2 o'clock, because at SeaWorld, if you're in, you get to go to the concert, and you can pay for like premium seating, but it's all still first come, first serve. So if you pay for the premium seating, you still want to be in line first.
Oh.
Because it's still first come, first serve in the premium area. And we were like it was like over by like the Belugas. And we like went over there like 2 o'clock as early as they could. They were all they had like umbrellas and shit to sit there in the sun. So I mean.
Dang, there's some diehards out there.
If they're not that good, they still got their fucking fan base. It's still showing up at SeaWorld at least.
I don't think I would fangirl over Hanson. But I freaking defended them through and through when I was little that they were not girls.
No, they were not girls. It was the first real concert I went to was Hanson because remember Nikki, her last name was spelled the same way.
Yes.
And so she was like, they're my cousins. I don't know if they're really her cousins. She swore they were. And so her other cousins that are really her cousins, and me and her and my sister went to the concert, and her mom like made us shirts that like, so there was like whatever 5 of us, and it's Hanson. So like Nikki got like the HA, and then we all got like one letter, so we could stand together. But they were like, it ended up like raining, and it was like Coral Sky or whatever the fuck it's called now. So we're like in the mud, in the rain, in our white Hanson shirts at like 10 years old. I was like, can someone call my mom to come get me? This is terrible. So like I did like their music, but I did not have a great time at the concert.
Yeah, I mean I like the music, but I just don't know. I don't know if it's something that I would. I mean, I would probably for nostalgic reasons.
I hear they make new music. I mean, I don't know.
I wouldn't know any of it.
I don't know it.
Yeah.
So, but right. I mean, we got Bop. Evolution
and
Motown.
The Cookie Cutter World. Remember that cookie?
Yeah, I was at and then the Man from Milwaukee one. Remember, we used to like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Haley Reinhart featuring Emily Estefan, Casey Abrams, and Janelle Parrish. I don't know. Is an Estefan Gloria Estefan's kid?
I don't know.
That's Boys to Men. I'm down for that one. Sugar Vibe. I don't know who that is. Magic. That sounds familiar. Parmalee sounds familiar.
Parmalee is country. I've seen them at Tradition, actually, random, but they were actually really good.
It sounds familiar. That's why I must have seen the sign. M80s. Smash Mouth, but didn't he die?
Oh, I don't know.
I thought the lead guy of Smash Mouth died recently.
I don't know. Usually when that happens, they do Smash Mouth with, like, well, maybe that was just Sublime that did that, like Sublime with Rome, because the lead guy. But I don't know. The Smash Mouth guy died.
I thought he did. And then here's the last one. This one's for you. 98 Degrees.
Oh, I haven't seen them yet. I don't think I've seen them, have
Really? I don't know. Weren't they at Sunfest? Oh, no, that was O-Town.
That was
O-Town. They weren't there that time, too? Remember, Ja Rule was there that time? Everyone was there that time.
I was not going to write, did the Smash Mouth guy die? Because I just thought, well, maybe I should, word that better.
But Google did it for you?
The second... Yeah, Google did it for me. The first thing is, did the Smash Mouth guy die? Apparently, that's how everyone...
So I'm not the only one that thought that.
Searches it.
So
here's my AI. Oh, yeah, he died in 2023 at the age of 56.
I knew it just happened.
Which, by the way, his name is Steve Harwell. He's not just the Smash Mouth guy.
No.
May you rest in peace. But now, who took your place?
Smash Mouth guy. I mean, Steve.
So who took his place? I don't know.
That's what. Right? Who's going to be the lead singer?
Is there, obviously.
And I get that there's other people in the band, but if the lead singer's dead, who's the lead singer?
I don't know.
And then my other Disney news. Okay, first of all, I posted on our stories just now, so it might not be there by the time you see this, but there's going to be some refurbishments and closures. Test Track is down from now. So Test Track is going to be reimagined into, it's going to be, I don't know, a car. I think a different car dealership is going to sponsor it, but it's going to, they're going to change it, so that's closed. And then Peter Pan's Flight of Passage is closed for, the month for a refurbishment, so... Don't do that. Also, my opinion is still that unless you are going for Tiana, to stay away from Magic Kingdom. Because it's going to be packed with people going to see Tiana. And I get it. I love what they did. I love the vibe. I love getting Write a Song in the South and renewing it. It sounds like it looks like from the pictures that it's a lot prettier. But that park is going to be fucking packed.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, unless you can only go in the summer and you really want to go see Tiana, I heard it's a really, really greatly done, but I don't like drops, so I'm not going anyway. And
right.
My cousin and I were talking today about going up shortly, and she's like, well, where do you want to go? And I was like, not fucking Magic Kingdom. I just feel like it's going to be packed.
Right.
And I'm not a big crowd guy. Okay, but that's not what I was going to talk about anyway. So it is that time again. Disney Springs presents The Flavors of Florida, presented by Corsical, but it's at Disney Springs. So they do this every year.
Corsical is a cup, isn't it?
Yeah, I have one.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like the Swell is better than the Corsical. But it's whatever you like. It's a different shape. I like it.
It's kind of random for a cup to be...
Well, I know that they have a lot of stores. They have their own store in Disney Springs, and I think a couple of booths. And then they sell this it's almost like a crossbody bag, but it's for your water bottle.
Yeah,
and it has Mickey Mouse ears and I don't know. They do a lot of Disney shit.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have an orange bird cake, orange hazelnut cake, orange slushy, and this is at the Amorette's Patisserie. So that's by the Lime Garage. Orange slushy with vanilla flavored vodka, orange bird dome cake. There's going to be at BB Wolf's Ybor City Cuban dog. The Boathouse is going to have a roasted golden tile fish. Chef Art Smith's Homecoming. I haven't been yet, but I've heard really, really good things. They're going to have a Tampa-style Cuban sandwich and a dragon fruit mojito.
I love a mojito. I don't know about dragon fruit, but...
I like dragon fruit, but...
Yeah.
Sunshine Shake is going to be a Chicken Guy. I haven't been to Chicken Guy, but I've heard good things, and I bet you'd like it.
This is all in Disney Springs?
This is all in Disney Springs. There might be some of, like, the Florida offerings around the parks, but I think it's... And I don't know for sure, but I know it's a Disney Springs thing. Last year, the fucking cannoli place had a goddamn orange-flavored cannoli. And I didn't get it, but I meant to. But, like, we go to Disney Springs, and then we end up eating there, and then, like, we think we're going to get a dessert, and then, like, the Joffrey's Coffee is right... Yeah, and the Joffrey's Coffee is, like, right next to, like... So Joffrey's has, like, a little stand by, like, T-Rex Cafe, but then over by the boathouse, they have their store. But you have to go in the store for espresso drinks.
Oh, okay.
So if you want, like, an espresso drink, and then they do, like, latte art, and then they sell bags of coffee. So I always end up in fucking there, getting the coffee, and then I don't want a fucking cannoli by then. Cilantro Urban Eatery Food Trucks is going to have a Cuban sandwich.
So many Cuban sandwiches.
Yeah, I think that's part of the Florida thing, right?
Yeah.
Pork belly burnt end tacos at CityWorks Eatery.
That sounds horrible.
The Coca-Cola store is going to have an orange cream float. I bet that'll be good.
Oh, yeah.
The Daily Poutine is going to have St. Augustine barbecue poutine, and another word, bourbon orange punch.
Poutine is the cheese and gravy, right? But that's not a Florida thing. Poutine is like a
Canadian thing. Well, I think that's why they're changing it, because there's a poutine stand. In Disney Springs. So the poutine stand is going to have the St. Augustine barbecue right? With this pepper sauce, and so, like, also the Sunshine, the Florida thing, there's going to be, like, a Sunshine Stroll, too, which is going to be, like, the festival things I've talked about before, where, like, you eat certain things and you get a stamp or whatever and get a prize. I don't know what the prize is. Deluxe Burger, I really like. I don't know about this burger, but I trust them. There's going to be a citrus burger and a key lime pie shake. I would love a key lime pie shake.
What is on the citrus burger?
Pressed signature blend patties, citrus braised pork belly, grapefruit paloma aioli, pickled and fried fennel, grapefruit jam and lettuce. That could be good.
I'm out.
I might be interested.
I didn't like one thing that was on that at all. Like, not one thing on there did I eat.
I like grapefruit. I don't know about pork belly, but sometimes I feel
maybe the burger patty, I eat that. Nothing else.
At Christmas, they had a beef Wellington burger, and I didn't get it, but Eric did, and he said that it was really good, and it looked really good. So I think their specialty burgers are good. But, okay, so here's the thing. If you go to Deluxe Burger, with your family, get, like, one large fry and start there. We thought that we got 2 large fries, because we thought Ferris was just going to eat fries, and we were both going to get a burger. Everything was so... And the burgers are, like, double patties for the regular burger. I should have gotten a kid's burger. You might want a kid's burger.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, I don't know if the kid's burger comes with, like, lettuce, tomatoes, so I'd make sure. Because if I could get the burger that I got, but with 1 patty instead of 2, I would want that.
Right.
Because I didn't know that it was, like, it was too much for me. It was too big. It would be too big for you. And so we got 2 large fries thinking that he would eat a whole one and we would eat one. And we ended up going home with a pound of fries in a Ziploc bag. Oh, my God. It was so much. Like, for the 5 of you, I would get 1 fry and see where it goes. God. You can mobile order a second if you need a second. But, like, honestly, between 5... If everybody got a burger... or whatever, an entree, you probably don't need more than 1 fry. Their fucking fry serving is huge. And they're good. It's like them hand-cut ones.
Yeah.
Speaking of what, I got a potato hand-cut fry maker, and I've been making fries like fucking crazy. And they're so good, and it's better.
From Amazon or Aldi?
Walmart. Oh. But, okay, now we're here. At Aldi. I went the other day, and they had in the aisle, like the Cool Fun aisle, they had so much meal prep container stuff.
Oh.
We got a salad container that's like retractable, so you can make it smaller.
Oh, that's cool.
And the top part goes into the freezer and works as an ice.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And I had a little dressing thing, too.
Huh.
Right, and like the top part has like little like grooves in it, so you could put like your chicken or whatever on the ice pack to keep it cold, and then have like your lettuce, spinach, whatever you want underneath. And then it was like a cereal container, but full of like, I think there was like 16 other smaller containers in it. Which is perfect because, you know, we just started with Eric is doing like taking all of his food to work with him. He takes everything.
Right.
So we just had regular Tupperware. So he's using these giant Tupperwares, and then we're running the dishwasher every night full of these giant ass Tupperwares.
Right.
So even without getting the container ones, it was still cool to just get smaller ones because you don't need the big one for your 5 separate things in your salad. But you don't want to put your salad together because now you don't want your fucking tomato wilting into your goddamn spinach all day. You know what I mean?
Such a process, but yes,
right, right. So we were really excited. I saw when I went by myself on Friday when they all went to the Children's Museum, and I bought the salad thing, and then I sent him back, and then they also had some really nice like the shallow but long glass ones. oats. So he was doing like overnight oats in that, and it was like a perfect serving size. So if you need meal prep stuff, go to Aldi because we just got a bunch of like really nice containers for a really good deal.
It's a random time of year that meal prep stuff would come out. I feel like that shit always comes out in like January.
But I'm glad that it's coming out now. You know what I mean? Because we just happen to need it right now.
Right.
And then I also got one of those, like a fake slap chop. You know what I mean? Where like you cut everything, the dicer thing. Yeah, I got one of those in there too. But I did get my French fry cutter from Walmart last week and I didn't see that in Aldi either. Yeah. But I did buy it at Walmart. And it was pretty easy. You just put your potato in. I cut it in half because I had bigger potatoes and just fucking smash that bitch down. And it was nice. I've been making fries like crazy.
And then you put them in the air fryer or the oven?
I've been putting them in the air fryer. So you smash them down, clean your potato, smash them, and then you put them in a bowl and put hot water over it.
Oh.
And then let them sit in the hot water to kind of like blanch. And then rinse them through cold water, dry your bowl, put them back in your bowl with like some olive oil and your seasonings of choice. I've been using a nice garlic salt with parsley that I get from Aldi. And like some pepper or whatever. And then I put like paprika and cayenne in it the other day and then didn't realize that it was too spicy for my sister-in-law to eat, so she didn't get any fries. Sorry, Ashley.
Sounds really good though.
But yeah, I was just fucking around. I was like, this is good. You guys will like it. It was too spicy for her, but the guys liked it.
Sounds good.
I had some.
Sounds delicious.
Oh, well, yeah, it's good. It's good. And it's a lot better. It's not spiking in sugar at all.
Right.
And like other than that, you can't have fries. So, all right, back to Earl of Sandwich.
Another Cuban.
And another creamy orange slush. Honestly, it's going to be a lot of that. So, I mean, check it. This is all, I'm just reading off the Disney website at this point. So, Enzo's Hideaway. That's kind of cool. They're going to have, it looks like a sangria. Oh.
We're going there soon, but I have to orchestrate a million people, so I don't know where we're going to eat.
Okay, so that's the cool thing about, like, Disney Springs. So, the deluxe burger is cool because it's a mobile order. I haven't been to Chicken Guy, but I think you'll like it. Because from what I understand, just chicken fingers and fries, but, like, fun sauces.
Oh, yeah.
And then I also like the Jock Lindsay's because it's, you don't need a reservation. You just walk in and find a table. And it's, like, small bites. So you get, like, little, like, mini burgers and, like, a pretzel and a charcuterie board. You know what I mean? So sometimes that's better for, like, a big group. Right. And they have, like, fun drinks and stuff.
Right. Yeah, we might just have to do, like, a quick order rather than, like, a sit-down dinner because there's, like, I don't know how many of us going.
Right. And that's why I like Deluxe Burger because you can mobile order that. So, like, download, like, the Disney MDE, My Disney Experience app, and then you can mobile order at certain places. Anywhere that'll let you, like, Deluxe Burger or mobile order. You guys might also like the Polite Pig. I haven't been because I'm not a big, like, barbecue brisket kind of guy. So maybe not you, but, like, your kids and Chris and them probably eat it. Right. But it's like a barbecue. Love that stuff. Like a barbecue joint, and it's very popular. But, it's not for me.
Right.
But people love it. So, that'll be fun. All right, what else do we got? I don't know, because I'm not going to keep reading that whole thing. You know what I mean?
It's
Y'all don't want to hear me read out this list.
I think that was all for Disney, right?
Yeah, right? I said other things will be closed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I could keep reading off this list, but I mean, y'all just want me to keep reading about
Cubans? No.
No, right?
Jambalaya.
Oh, hey, this looks like a paella.
Paella, I mean.
And it's not either one, but hey, it looks good.
Not that one.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but it's,
I don't know what it is.
I don't even know how to pronounce any of this.
But, so, I don't really, celebrity
Jock
news.
Lindsay's is on. Wait, just one more thing. Jock Lindsay's has an orange Pilsner goat cheese dip, orange tangerine frozen margarita, and the Sunshine Stroll, which again, that's what I said, it's going to be like their fucking scavenger hunt. All right, sorry.
Right. No, you're fine. I don't really have, celebrity news has been like, meh, these celebrities aren't being celebrities recently.
I know, all I see is like Taylor and Travis, and I love it.
Yeah, me too, but like, okay.
We've shared the stories, you all know.
Yeah, and then all I see is like Ben and Jen, like, oh, she has a ring on, oh, she doesn't have a ring on, oh, he's wearing a ring, oh, she's here, oh, he's there. What the, like, it's just so repetitive. And, like,
I don't care. We went through this in 2004 already. Yeah. We already went through Ben and Jen's emotional roller coaster. Let's leave them alone.
Yeah, let them ride it out on their own.
Right. We already went through their bullshit.
But I did see that Margot Robbie's pregnant, so congratulations to her.
Congratulations, Margot Robbie.
Barbie or Ken coming into the world.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Good for her.
But other than that, I don't know. It's been so meh. Nothing interesting is going on.
Is that your cat noise?
Meow.
That was a better one.
Yeah. I don't think that was a cat, what I was trying to do. Just meh.
I got a cat that sounds like that. That's how it sounds sometimes. And I'm like, what the fuck do you want, man?
He's bored, apparently. His life is meh.
Yeah, right? Yeah, right. That motherfucker. That motherfucker.
So, I don't know. So, we were thinking that we'll just blind react to Am I the Asshole? Have you ever read those things? They come up on, like, my TikTok sometimes or my Instagram and stuff like that, where they're, like, stories on Reddit of people asking. Like, we've done it once before, but it's been a hot minute since we did one of these because as, like, a filler, I guess, really. It's
just fun.
They're funny. Some of them are fucking crazy. So, Karina Korn
I know I always call you Kim.
I know.
But like in real life, I call you Bo. And then on here, when we're going to use those names, I call you Kim.
Right. Korn is going to read what she found. She hasn't read it all either, so I don't think she knows what it's going to say. But sometimes they can get pretty wild, so.
Well, this one, and I, like I just started checking, so I don't know, like this one's not going to be wild, but
okay.
We're all going to get mad.
Let's just see if he's the asshole. Or she.
Would I be the asshole if I divorced my husband because he's homophobic? We have 3 kids, and our eldest is gay. I've always known our son was different. I thought my husband knew too, because he and our son were really close. Most of my friends have told me that their children become a little bit distant when they hit puberty, but not our son. Just a few weeks ago, they were playing basketball and playing chess basically every day and talking with each other nonstop. Everything was great until my son came out to him. It went very well when he came out to me, so my son thought his father would have the same reaction, and I thought the same. But after he came out to him, my husband came back alone. I told him, how did it go? He said, did you know? I couldn't believe the luck he gave me. He looked very angry and just went to his office without saying anything. I called my son and he was crying and started to apologize to me about everything. I was so fucking angry, but instead of yelling at my husband, I just went to get him. When I found him, I really felt like crying. His eyes were red and he looked very sad. I never see him cry, so my heart felt like it was being squeezed. He just said he was sorry. I kept driving for a while, and then we went to eat pizza. Now, my kids and I are staying with my father, and I'm thinking I should get a divorce, but it's not going to be easy at all. My son is definitely going to blame himself for this. He already has, and I heard all sorts of horror stories about divorce. My son told me we should go back and he can stay with my father, but I'm really starting to hate my husband for this. Why would he do this to me? Even if I decided to stay with him, I'm not sure our relationship is ever going to recover from this. If he truly loved our son, why would he react like that? Or did he react like that because he loves him too much and created unrealistic expectations of our son in his head? I was looking at some subreddits here, and it seems these sort of things end up ruining the whole family, so I'm very hesitant to do something I might regret later. What?
I'm very confused by her thought process.
What do you mean?
Like, she's worried that she's going to ruin the family.
The family's already ruined.
The family's already ruined if the husband doesn't accept the son.
Right. No,
so
you're right.
I'm very confused.
Why is she not just fucking out?
Why she is like feeling that she's gonna be the one ruining the family, or like her focus should be her son, and that he should understand that he's like, and to make sure that his son understands that he's not ruining the family. The father is. She's not ruining the family. The father is.
Right. Why didn't she say that? Right. Like when she's like, oh, these things tend to ruin the family. Right. Like, and my son's going to think he's to blame. Okay, well, you tell him straight up, there's one person that is the bad guy here. And it's the guy that's not accepting his fucking child.
Yeah.
No one else is to blame for this. And like, no, you can't go back.
But if she also is feeling like she's
right, maybe
to
she's
blame,
a little.
Then she's not going to be able to tell him that he's not to blame. Like, the whole issue here is that he is the asshole.
Right, and she's asking if she's the asshole for considering divorce. I feel like her head's not right.
No.
But like, clearly, like, your kid's not the problem. That's not how you do this.
Right.
Yeah, this is not.
The kid is not the issue, and neither
are you.
He is.
No. So that wasn't a super good one, but it was.
The issue is that you think you're the issue.
Right, the issue is that you're not confident enough to know that this is a fucking problem, not you. And right, you should have told the kid immediately, like, no, you're not the bad. There's nothing that's not your fault. There's nothing that's not, and you should have divorced him immediately.
Yeah, but now if you're questioning if you should go back, and if you're, then you're part of the problem, and thinking that, and the kid thinking that it's his fault.
Yeah, absolutely right. You're feeding into the kid thinking that it could possibly even be his fault by saying that you think that divorce is a problem. First of all, divorce isn't a problem. Like, I feel like divorce was a problem 100 years ago. When, like, the man needed to control the narrative.
You always choose the kid.
Always. You always choose your kid. Always choose your kid. And even yourself if there is no kid. You don't not get divorced because it might the guy might not like it.
Well,
Or anybody might not like it. Whatever.
I mean, yeah, I guess depending on the incident, because I'm a very big believer in not staying for the kids too.
Right, right.
In that sense, you got to choose yourself.
Right.
But I feel like when there's if
there's a kid involved, you have to do your best to tell them that this has nothing to do with them. This person turned out, we didn't know they were shitty. And you know what? That's not our fault, but we got to do what's best for us.
Yeah, the dad needs counseling.
For sure the dad needs counseling. Honestly,
They
the
probably
kid's
all
going to
do.
need counseling now.
But
they're all going to need counseling.
She's not the asshole. He is.
She's a little bit the asshole for not immediately telling the kid
Yeah, she's not an asshole for wanting to divorce.
But yeah,
she's an asshole for the wrong reason.
She's an asshole for questioning the divorce.
Questioning.
You should have just called your lawyer.
For questioning that she's an issue, that she's the issue for wanting the divorce.
Ooh. Okay, so this is going to be an update, so we don't have a... Sometimes I'm just going through... Oh, this could be fun. I have no idea what this is going to say. Am I the asshole for getting my husband fired?
Nope.
Right? I just saw the title and thought that could be fun. So I, 27 female, have been with my husband, 31 male, for 13 years now. Wait, let's do that math.
Wait, say that again. How old is he?
He's 31 and she's 27, so we've got a 4-year age gap, and they started 13 years ago. Got married for 9. So 9 years ago, you were 18 and he was 22?
But they were together for 13, so they've been together since...
She was 14? And he was... Why can't I do that math? But I can do that one. She was 14 and he must have been 18. Right? What's 31 minus 13? Yeah. Right? Because 30 minus 12 would be 18, so 17. So 17. So 14 and 17. Okay, red flag number 1.
18. 31 minus 13 is 18.
Oh, so I was off. So you're right. So right. So, and 27 minus 13 is for sure 14. So you're looking at 14 and 18 when you got together. Okay, red flag number 1.
Okay.
He was my first serious boyfriend. I would hope so. You were fucking 14.
For obvious reasons, you were 14.
We were high school sweethearts. When you were a freshman and he was a senior, we got married right after I graduated high school. I bet you fucking did. And moved in together.
So I guess they lived in the same town because she went through high school the year she was a freshman when he was a senior. He got out of high school and then they stayed together while she was still in high school.
And moved in together right after he graduated college and got his own place. So did you get married before you moved in together?
I don't know.
Right? But does that sound like that?
It sounds like that. Because, well, I don't know. Because 4 years he could have been done with college too.
Yeah, so we got married right after I graduated high school, moved in together right after he graduated college and got his own place.
So probably around the same time.
Okay, you know what, that makes sense. Right. 4 years. There's a 4-year fucking difference. At 14, that's not okay.
He's got his 4-year college degree and you have your high school diploma.
Congratulations. Everything was wonderful. I'm sure it was. I lost my job at the beginning of lockdown in 2020, but my husband was able to keep his as his. I continued to be a stay-at-home wife even after lockdown let up because my husband makes plenty to support us both and we're child-free. After 2 years as a stay-at-home wife, I wanted to go back to work, at least part-time. I told my husband I wanted to return to work, which led to a long talk. After some back and forth, we came to an agreement. If I can't find a job after 6 months, we'd consider a sign that I should be a stay-at-home wife, and he should be the breadwinner, and I'd find an out-of-the-house hobby to engage in. Okay, I'm just going to stop right now. You can have a job if you want to. This is why. What do you mean?
She's only
after 6 months, she can't look for a job anymore?
I'm so confused by this.
Why would you let somebody tell you, okay, you got 6 months. If you don't find a job, then you don't get one.
And she's like 20 at this point.
20, right. Because this would have been a couple years ago. Maybe 20, right? Because 20, so lockdown would have been 4 years ago. She would have been 23 then. So she's saying after lockdown. So maybe like 24, 25, but still, right? Like, you're allowed to choose if you have a job at 25 years old. These are choices you can make.
You can have a career, my friend.
You can. But somehow for my husband, I gathered references and fired up my resume, but nothing ever came of it. I bet he made sure it didn't. It's been 2 months since we reached the end of our agreement. Or she didn't
really want to do it either.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I think we're going to find out.
Yeah.
It's been 2 months since we reached the end of our agreement, and I'm back to being a stay-at-home wife. A couple weeks ago, I was out with one of my friends, Sarah, 34. So her friend's 10 years older than her. Her husband, 35, is longtime friends with my husband. We were having brunch, and I told her that my big job search failed and that I'm sad about being a stay-at-home wife. So she doesn't want this. Okay. I'm sad about being a stay-at-home wife again because I still haven't found a good hobby. Sarah gets visibly upset and says she's got something to tell me. She said she didn't know how to say it and she was sorry for keeping it from me, but that she thinks her husband and my husband were the reason I never got a job.
Oh, you were right.
I had a feeling because why would you know what I mean? If you wanted to be a stay-at-home wife, why would you care that you couldn't have a job? And I didn't like the you have 6 months to find a job or else you just be stay-at-home. Like, that's not a normal fucking agreement to go into.
No, it's
that doesn't make any sense. For background, the business I worked for before lockdown no longer exists. Before that, I worked at another small business owned by Sarah's husband. It's his and his brother's pet project next to their full-time job, so he's listed as my most recent employer. Sarah said she walked in on him a couple months prior bad-mouthing me over the phone. When she asked him what it was about, he wouldn't say, but eventually she got him to confess that he was tanking my chances at a job because my husband asked him to.
What?
Half of my references are professionals that my husband knows, and I suspect that they were also in on it. I was so angry that I went with my thought, get him fired so he tastes his own medicine. Girl, good for you. I love women having hobbies. There's your hobby, bitch. And I succeeded. When he found out what I did, he exploded on me, telling me he did it for us and our future family, and that we could have been so happy.
Oh, I don't like this guy.
If I would have just stayed at home and been a good wife.
I don't like this guy.
He called me a lot of names and told me to get out. So I went to my mother's house and I'm still here.
She did. Bye.
He's been blowing up my phone daily, sometimes angry, sometimes begging me to come home, but I want to let him sit in what he's done for a while before I go home. Bitch, don't go home! You are home with your mother. Part of me is sad, though. I'm wondering if I did the wrong thing here. What?
I know, but listen, she's been in this for
You're right,
so long.
You're right.
She was
brainwashed.
so young. She doesn't know,
14.
anything else.
14.
Like, that's hard.
This guy's been fucking grooming you.
Walk away from.
I'm sure. Was I the asshole for getting him fired?
No.
Should we read some comments? Oh my god. I'm not getting a divorce. Stop suggesting it. I don't believe in divorce.
Oh, okay. Well, moving on then.
Yeah,
there's no saving her.
We're not even going to read these comments. We're just going to get mad.
Don't save her. She don't want to be saved.
Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. I was at your house the other night, and I swear to God, your kids were listening to, like, Project Pat. And I was like, where did you guys get this? It was, like, coming out of Caden's room.
They listened to some old rap.
I swear
to
God,
I heard. I never showed them. Like, they just love it.
I swear I heard Project Pat coming out of Caden's room the other day. And I was like, where did you guys even hear this? And they were all like, oh, how do you know Project Pat? And I was like, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I gotta go. And I walked away.
Yeah.
I went to hang out with an adult. But I definitely heard Project Pat coming out of your teenagers' rooms the other day, and I was like, where did y'all get this from? So this is fun. Or depressing.
I'm not quite sure.
Oh, daily scary facts here. No, we don't want that one. It's just this guy killing his family.
Oh, it's fucking terrible.
I know.
God. They've been doing it since forever, huh?
I got pregnant and my hubby did the worst thing to me. Is this gonna be mad? I got pregnant almost 2 years now, and my husband left me. I think there's a go in there. We have been through hell and back together, and he did suffer from mental health issues. He needed me and asked me to support him, and having kids was not something he wanted. He didn't want to and was not ready to be a father. We both had unprotected sex, and I was on my period, so I didn't think I would get pregnant. Of course, lucky me, 3 weeks later found out I was expecting. Were you taking pregnancy? I don't know, 3 weeks after your period? How'd you know? Were you
Seems very soon
right.
to know.
Unless you were like planning, I don't know, like that's a little.
Unless you didn't get pregnant when you thought you got pregnant.
Right. Because 3 weeks seems early.
I don't think it would even show up, would it? You wouldn't even be thinking that you were pregnant. Like, you wouldn't even have a missed period yet.
Right, that's what I was thinking. If it's 3 weeks, if you had sex on your period and it's been 3 weeks, you wouldn't even have missed the period.
She had unprotected sex, so she was like checking.
But right, at 3 weeks wouldn't even show up. Honestly, I didn't figure out I was pregnant until like 12 weeks, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay. I told him and he begged me to get a Swishmortion, and so did everyone, my family and his. I decided to keep the baby. And I love the baby more than anything, but my husband did leave me, as I'm sure he felt betrayed, and is now remarried. I have not heard from him since. Sometimes I regret my decision, but I also wish he stood by me at times, even though I know he wasn't ready. I miss him every day and wish life wasn't unfair at times. He was lovely. Okay, I don't really know what the point of this was.
Men, do you see him? What was the question at the end?
Men, do you see him forgiving me and returning? Was I wrong to keep my daughter? No, he's not going to forgive you in return because he's remarried.
He's remarried.
If you wanted to keep your child and you love your child, then yeah, you did the right thing, and y'all are just not right. This is the thing. Some people are just not meant to be together.
The child.
Right. You're not wrong to keep your daughter. And if he didn't want that and he remarried somebody, he's not coming back. And do you want him back? You know what I mean? I wouldn't want him back.
Yeah.
If you don't want my child and you chose to go remarry and you've had nothing to do with your child for all these years, I wouldn't even want you back. You're not invited.
Yeah.
You're not invited. It's my kid now. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Especially like you had nothing to do with him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Why would you want this guy back?
Right.
He left when you were pregnant and you've raised this child by yourself. What the fuck do you want?
Right.
Yeah. You see this one a lot. I don't think it's real. It's man seeks advice after his dying wife asks permission to spend a night with ex one last time. This shit comes up every once in a while. I think that some people use Reddit as like a creative writing outlet. You know what I mean? They're like, let me see what people will believe.
For sure.
I don't know if I would need more good ones left. Okay. My 36 male, so he's a 36 male, fiance, 34 female, left on a work trip, which turned out to be a romantic vacation with a fling. She has not yet returned and doesn't know that I know. Steps to take. How do we know? My fiance left on a work trip 3 days ago. It turns out that this supposed work trip was actually a romantic getaway with a fling she has had for God knows how long. How did you not figure that out? She had a fling if she had it for this long. They are 2,000 miles away in a different country and staying at a luxury hotel together. She has absolutely no idea that I know, and we have been communicating as if everything is normal. I had a weird feeling
that.
something. No, me neither. I would for sure curse you out and tell you all about it as soon as I thought I knew.
Yeah, there's no holding that inside me.
No.
I would like burst at the seams.
I might fly there and confront you in your face. She has absolutely... Okay, yeah. I had a weird feeling something was going on recently, and she made some mistakes in hiding her infidelity. I just found out 2 days ago. I have 5 days before she returns home, and I plan on keeping calm until she returns to an empty house. I have another place that I can easily move to, and we currently rent an apartment together, aside from giving notice with the management and my building that I'll be leaving. What's up should be taken. We have a dog that we bought together. First of all, you should be adopting, not shopping. Can I take him away with me legally, or will that cause issues for me? I don't even know what else
Is there legal custody over a dog? Is there legal ramifications over taking your dog that you have with someone else, like a child?
I don't know. I know that people are co-parenting dogs these days. My brother's definitely co-parenting his dog with his ex-girlfriend.
With a court order?
I doubt it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, I don't know legally, right? Legally, I don't know.
I don't think so. Over a dog, you didn't steal the dog; he's also yours.
I don't even know what else I'm forgetting to think about here. My mind is going a mile a minute, but any additional advice would much appreciated. I don't know if
I could not. I mean, that's like calm, cool, and collective to like find that out and just move your shit out and not blow up on her.
Is it real? I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I wanted more of the juicy part. You know what I mean? How'd you find out? What happened?
He didn't give us very many good details, but
you're right. I definitely wouldn't be able to like just move out and be like. I mean, it sounds cool.
It sounds cool.
It sounds cool.
Like just bye, bitch.
Yeah, you would definitely look cool. But yeah, no, I couldn't do that either. No, I would at least put like some sardines in your fucking curtains. Right? There was a story like that a long time ago. And it was like this woman, like she was like a stay-at-home wife for her whole life, and then she was like 50 years old, and her husband like divorced her for like a younger woman, and like he kept the house and kicked her out to an apartment. So right before she left, she put a bunch of dead fish in like the curtain rods in like places that you would never think to look. So his new wife moved in, and like they couldn't get rid of the smell, and they ended up giving her the house because they were like, we're gonna sell it, but it was, she just threw the curtain rods away.
Oh my god!
So she had like, I mean, genius. You know
that's
what I mean?
Wild, yeah.
Right, that's a good one. It's an old one, so I don't know where to even find it, but it stuck with me because I was like, that is fucking good.
That is
good. She like, and put it in like vents and like places that like she could easily take it out and clean it out, but if you didn't know it was there, you're never gonna get rid of the smell.
Yeah.
So, good on her.
Yeah.
Not this one. I wish I knew more about the story, but I don't know.
Yeah. All right. I think we're gonna call it a week. Call it a show.
Yeah.
Call it a show.
Call it a day.
Call it a day.
Call it a night. Call it something.
Well, we're out.
We're out. Peace out.
All right. On that note.
All right. Peace out.
See you next week. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for being here.
K-Town down.